So there's a form of photography I've always kind of had an interest in, but I've never really taken the leap to get into it, because to get into it, you have to modify your cameras and it could be pretty expensive and can also ruin the warranty. I've been talked to about it for a while now from other friends and everything like that. And it's something I never thought I would get into because of that cost and risk factor. And that's infrared photography. Infrared photography is a very interesting form of art photography. So cameras that we use, like the one I'm using right now, my Leica and other cameras out there, they have a filter right in front of the sensor that stops the UV rays from coming into the sensor and hitting it, and gives it the natural looks that we're all used to in photo cameras. You have to remove that filter, and that's two things right there. One, when you remove that filter, you can't just simply put it back on, and two, it voids the warranty for the camera company. And cameras are expensive, but I really wanted to get into it because I thought it was fascinating. The colors you can get, the spectrum you can hit, and the colors that we can't see that you can see through your art. And I stumbled upon something by literal pure accident, and I was super pumped to pick it up. And that is this little camera right here. This little point and shoot camera right here. This is a Canon selfie camera. This is just a normal Canon point and shoot camera, but as you can see on the front, there's a little bit of something extra on there. And if you can read the brand a little, the brand is a brand known as Kolari. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Takes cameras and removes those filters so you can have a infrared camera at your disposal. And this is the cheapest option and entry-level camera for infrared technology and photography out there. This is about $300, and it is a full spectrum infrared camera, and the results have been incredible. So we're going to talk a little bit about this camera today and what makes it so special, and a couple of interesting things that you can do with it. So again, this is just a plain Canon selfie 35mm point and shoot camera. And it's a basic point and shoot. It has a program mode. It has different scenes. It has different ISOs. You can change only a certain couple of things. It is a true and through point and shoot camera. But Kolari has removed that filter on front of the sensor. So now it is a fully compatible, complete infrared camera that produces infrared results. And I've been using it for the past couple of weeks as I'm here in Thailand, because Thailand has a lot of green. The way infrared really works is the best on things like leaves and trees and grass, things that would soak up the ultraviolet light, the infrared light that comes from the sun that we can't see with our own eyes, and it turns it into these beautiful, beautiful pink hues that just make the area look like a completely different alien world. And I've been just walking around our resort that has a lot of greenery and on the beach and a little bit in town and to some of the temples that we've gone, and just been using this for the purpose of getting a different perspective and a different look on infrared photography. Petapixel actually did just a really awesome recent article of a guy that was walking around with a modified Canon R5C and a regular RF lens around New York City, and some of the results that they got are pretty mind-blowing, much higher resolution than this 20 megapixel camera. But let's just go over a couple of things about this camera that make it unique besides the fact that it's infrared. So this little thing right here on the front, this little black ring on the front, actually lets you install specialized filters like this. Specialized filters that help alter and change the camera even more with the help of these filters. So let's look at this one first. So this one helps with a couple of different things. One, When you change the white balance on this, you can get completely crazy colors. With this specific filter on, all of the infrared light that was originally pink is now shifted over to this beautiful purple hue. And then everything else that was normal color, like the blue of the sky, the colors of the buildings, shift to this bright, hot pink. But it's just this beautiful, beautiful look. And the sky is just absolutely gorgeous. But when we change this over to shoot in black and white, something really beautiful and special happens. The hues of the trees that were originally pink, then purple, are now this gorgeous stark white against these black, super contrasty skies and other deeper contrasted objects in there. So this is a kind of a twofold kind of filter for this. It helps bring out a different form of ultraviolet light. And then also when we're shooting with black and white, gives just these beautiful deep blacks and bright whites of the trees. Next is this darker sort of filter. It almost looks like an ND filter. This one's known as a hot mirror. Why? I don't know. But when we put this on and we're in the regular mode, everything becomes this beautiful, beautiful purple. And then our trees are that beautiful stark white like we have with our contrasty black and white. So this one takes the infrared, changes it somehow, and makes the sky and everything else this beautiful hue of purple. And then things that would soak up the ultraviolet infrared light, like trees and grass, this beautiful stark white. So it's another just different kind of look and different kind of feel in this photography. And then finally, we have this filter right here. So this filter is specifically made for when you just want to have a regular looking camera. This will take, let's see if we can get this on here. We'll give it more of a natural kind of look and natural kind of feel, more similar to what we would find in a regular camera with the filter on top of it. So with those options and with this filter ring, you have 3 different options, and they do sell other ones that do different kind of filters. So it gives you a variety of different kind of filters and different looks you can take with your photography and infrared photography. You even have a movie mode on here, which I've not messed around with just yet. Maybe I'll make one for this video, but it lets you record stuff in ultraviolet, in infrared, and all of those different spectrums that I just showed, and lets you film actual video in it, which could just be fun for music videos, for spicing up your TikTok and Instagram. It's just a fun little camera to have. So this is a great way to get into it when you're just starting out, or if you don't want to make infrared photography such a big part of your work and you just want to have something to do small little blurps with for Instagram and TikTok and some photo shoots and just have unique fun with this. Also, I'm sure people are going to wonder, this is how it looks on skin tone. So it changes the skin tones for sure, but it's not dramatic that they look alien. I mean, I'm sure with the other filters, you can make them look alien, but generally you can have a little bit of a fun photo shoot with this. And also in Photoshop and Lightroom, you can probably clean it up where the people look more normal colored in this crazy ultraviolet infrared world. But this is great for someone that just wants to play around with infrared photography, get into it a little, have it be an arsenal, a piece of their work, but not completely change their cameras for forever. But I would highly recommend checking this out. They sell it at B&H, but you can also check it out on Kolari's website. Kolari also has a couple of other different things that I think are really interesting. They have a hacked SD card that lets you open up this camera even more and shoot manual, shoot raw. I'm definitely going to invest in getting that SD card because I think being able to shoot raw instead of JPEG and shoot manual instead of program will make this an even more unique kind of look. The JPEGs look great. All the photos in this video have been JPEGs and they look fantastic. With a little cleanup in Lightroom, they look great. But they also have a service that I'm really thinking about doing, which is you can send your camera in, like I have an EOS R right now that I'm using. I can send that in and for about 250 bucks, they will convert it over to an infrared camera. I would only do this because I have my Canon EOS R5 at home, which is my main, more professional work camera. My Canon EOS R is my backup travel video camera, and also like side camera for gigs. And then if you get the filter that balances it out and put it on the lenses, you're golden. So I might do that, but they do offer that. So I think it's very interesting. I would love to know what people think about this. Is this photography that you've thought about trying out and you just didn't know about this? Is it something you've always played around with trying and you're gonna try it out now? Or is it just cool to have this little side piece and not worry about it? I would love to hear what people think. You can check out more of the photos on my Instagram, but I think it's really cool. I mean, I think it's really great that there's an option out there to use infrared photography without messing up your cameras, and still it's affordable as well. That's the big thing, is it's affordable. So I hope you guys like this video. Please like, subscribe, share, check me out on Instagram and TikTok. That's really about it. Remember to just shoot. I'll see you later.